Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kubernetes tutorial. Today we are going to talk about something a lot of people don't discuss enough, when or why you might not need Kubernetes. Now don't get me wrong, Kubernetes is powerful. It's become the go-to tool for container orchestration in a DevOps world, but it's not always the right solution. In fact, in some cases, using a Kubernetes can actually make things more complicated than they need to be. So let's break it down. If you're just running a simple app like a single web server or basic API, Kubernetes might be overkill. Let's say you have got a small Node.js app running behind the Nginx. You can easily deploy it using a Docker Compose, a shell script, or even a systemd. Kubernetes would add a lot of setup and maintenance just to run something that does not really need it. For example, imagine spinning up Kubernetes just to host your personal blog. You will spend more time managing the cluster than writing the blog post. Kubernetes need time, knowledge, and people. If you are a solo developer or a part of a small team, managing a Kubernetes cluster might take up more time than it saves. It has a difficult learning curve, and unless your app truly needs the scale or a feature, the return on investment just is not worth it. In this case, using a simpler tool like Docker Compose, Ansible, or even a basic VM setup can be much more efficient. One of the Kubernetes' biggest strength is scalability, but if your app does not have huge traffic spike or need a high availability across multiple regions, you probably don't need Kubernetes. For low traffic applications or internal tools, traditional deployment methods are often easier and cheaper. Honestly, if your app gets 200 requests per day, Kubernetes is like bringing a tank to a bicycle race. Kubernetes can be expensive to run and maintain. If you are self-hosting Kubernetes, you will need a multiple VMs, proper monitoring, backup, security policies, and the list goes on. Even managed services like AWS EKS, Google JKE, or Azure AKS comes with an extra cost and setup time. Unless your app needs the kind of infrastructure, you might need more suitable with a simpler solution like a single VPS using Linode or DigitalOcean or etc. or Docker Swarm for smaller cluster, serverless applications like AWS Lambda for event-driven workload. If your app is still in early development or MVP, minimum viable product stage, Kubernetes might slow you down. You will be spending more time writing YAML files and configuring Helm charts than actually developing a features. Focus on building your product first. Optimize for speed, not scale. You can always move to a Kubernetes later once you need grow. Kubernetes shines when you are dealing with multiple microservices, CI/CD pipeline, scaling up and down quickly, complex deployment across environments. But if you're not facing this problem right now, you might just be adding unnecessary complexity. Don't chase the hype, chase the solution. Let's be honest, Kubernetes is not a beginner friendly. If you or your team aren't comfortable troubleshooting pods, nodes, volume, and ingress controllers, you will spend more time Googling error than shipping code. In this case, take time to learn the concept before going all in. Maybe experiment with Minikube or kind. That's like a mini Kubernetes that runs using Docker on your own computer. Here is a quick recap of when not to use Kubernetes. Your app is simple and does not need orchestration. You are working with a small team or a limited resources. You don't need auto scaling or high availability. You are early in your product development. Kubernetes add a cost and complexity you don't need. You are solving problems you don't yet have. You or your team aren't comfortable with Kubernetes yet. These are the quick recap of when not to use Kubernetes. And the final thoughts are Remember, Kubernetes is an amazing tool, but it's not a magic solution for everything. Make sure you are choosing it because it solves your real world problems, not just because it's trending or popular. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And let me know in the comments below. Are you using Kubernetes in production or are you still figuring it out for your projects? Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.